Hi, this is Ronnie and welcome to my channel and the Saturday Stash Dive. I'm going to scrapbook that picture of Luke with a couple of his teammates. And I'm using this paper. Isn't that cool? It came in the high school stack by Die Cuts with a View, and it's a paper pad. It's one-sided, and I've had it since 2011. And I have done a few layouts out of it, not a whole lot. I've done more in the last few weeks out of it than I had since I got it. But yeah, there's going to be some more videos coming up with this because I used it. And that sheet there, I think it came in a different one. It was like an all gray pack of designs and stuff, and this one was in it. It was from, like, I think it's Colorbach. The front's gone off of it. I think it was Colorbach and came from Walmart. I think Jennifer sent me some like this, and then I went digging because I thought I might have some like this, and it would go great with this page. And so that's what I'm using. And here I am going to start to do some stitches. You're not going to see me do them. I don't know what happened to it. This video is a few weeks old. I misplaced my SD card. So I had to hustle and do a couple layouts to get myself caught up because I had videos on that SD card and couldn't find it. And got me another one and went on from there. Well, today I'd looked in the same place I thought it was, and I'd looked several times, and I told myself, quit. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. Well, today I lifted up the little wooden thing that holds the remotes. There it was under it. It had slid under it. I'd laid it right next to it, and it slid under it. I thought it was gone forever. Well, things do show up eventually that's that small you think it's gone forever, but that's what I thought. And I thought the video for these layouts was gone, but they're not, so I'm doing them. But I don't know what happened to the part where I did the stitches. I guess I'll never know because it was so far back. I don't remember. I use the Sizzix die, and it's thinlits, and I don't think that one says who did it. It might, but it's in the other room, so I don't know. But I'm going to use it, and I'm also going to use a couple other things out of there. And this arrow, I love these arrows when they're done, but getting them out of those little dies are like a tight squeeze. And they look really cute when they're done, but they are a tight squeeze. But I wanted it for this layout, so I went ahead and forced myself to go through and push every one of those little things out. I think if I used it more, it'd get where they were easier to come out, but at the moment they're a little on the rough side. I worry about tearing them up. I have tore them up doing it. Not necessarily this one, but those thinlits, yeah. And this is a film strip, and it's only one frame, but I thought I'd frame the picture of the football. It's like they're cut aparts on the sheet. There's like a bunch of cut aparts on that sheet, and I thought I need to use some of them, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting them out and using them, and I thought we could pretend it was a game ball. So I am putting it in the frame and framing it, and I'm going to put it down there in the bottom right hand corner. And if you look there, there's a die there, and I'm going to glue it down first, and it's got squiggles and circles and arrows like a game book, and I did cut two of them out, and I'm going to put the other one up at the top of the page. But those would be really good to add on there because of the game book. That's the theme I'm going with today, the game book. And since there's a green football on this paper, I thought I'm going to have to use some green with it. I'm thinking that football was the only thing on there that was green. So I am adding green to it, but of course that sheet has several green things on there, so that's helpful. And I'm cutting, I am punching the corners on this, and I did them at 1/8 inch so it'd fit down in there. It was just a little too small after I cut it out to fit back it on there, so I had to put some green, or I could have used black, but I did put green on there so that it wouldn't fall through, or I wouldn't have to make sure it was flat on the page there. And there's that die cut that I was talking about with all the circles and swirls and arrows on there. And I'm just going to lay this on top. So yeah, I'm going to cover quite a bit of it up, but you can still see it peeking out from underneath there. And here I'm making sure my edges are all glued down, and then I'm just going to trim it off. And I am not done with that corner though. I am going to do a few more things to it. But see that paper? Don't it remind you of a game book? Well, I watch TV. I have never seen a real life game book. Never. So I thought, well, and what I remember isn't exactly like this or nothing, but it's what made me think of it. So I thought, I'm going to get some more football pictures, and you go ahead and scrap them for him. And I seen this one, and you know what this picture reminds me of? Ghostbusters, where they're slow motion coming at you, and they got their ghost busting tools, you know, and they've succeeded in getting rid of the ghosts. Yeah, here they come walking through there, and they've busted the game. And I guess this piece right here is going to be my title. And it's Go Win. No, I'm telling you all wrong. It's Go Fight Win. And I'm just putting it on foam tape and putting it up there at the top. And I put another one of those die cuts right below it. And here's this little sticker, and it just says Play Hard on it. And I backed it with some green, and then no, I think it was already backed in the green. And then I put the black on it. But then I took some of the same thread that I had sewed the X's with, and I wrapped it around there, and I had that one string, and I was going to glue it down, and I thought, I'm going to leave it hanging. I really need two to leave hanging. So I wrapped some more thread around there, and I left two. I could have unwrapped it and rewrapped it and had the two hanging, but I thought it needed just a little more thread anyway, so I just add some more. And I see those layouts all the time where people sew and leave their threads hanging, and I thought, I can do that. I'm just not going to sew. Well, I did sew, but I mean, in a different place. But yeah, I can do that. And no more than I'm doing with this. It's taken me a while to do it. But yeah, there's where the threads are hanging, and I did make sure it was kind of stuck to the foam tape a little bit so it'd hang right where I wanted it to. And I'm looking at this, trying to decide if I need anything else. And no, I don't. But I wanted more stuff. Yeah, I wanted more stuff. Didn't actually need it, but I wanted some more. So I am going to do a couple more things to the layout. And no telling where I'm at. Oh, I decided to add some notebook paper here. And I'm going to add two pieces so it looks like there's two of them laying there, and give it a little more dimension. I did the one and put the punch over to the side, and then I decided to pull it back over and do one more. So I will have two that's behind the picture, and they'll be all ruffled up on there too. And of course I am trimming it and just going to layer one on top of the other, and I'm going to stagger them too. I didn't want them exactly the same, so one of them's going to look a little bit shorter than the other one. And these are white on the back. I did think, you know, after I wrinkled them all up, of course, that I should have took some of my gray ink and put on the back so the white wouldn't look so stark on the ones that, you know, had the white showing. But I'd probably tear it if I did that, trying to use that ink pad on there. So I just went ahead and left it. I thought, it'll be all right. They got white breeches on. Those breeches will show up pretty good with that white. So I just left it. But I'm sure that there's a proper name for the breeches that they have on when they're football. And I don't know. I know the top part's a jersey. That's a plus for me. I think all I have left to do is like 4 more things, and then I'll be done with the layout. That arrow that I had punched out earlier, die cut out, I will be using it, so I'll be hunting for it and putting it on there because it's somewhere in that mess right there to the right. And there's another die, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it reminds me of something up there in outer space, like maybe a satellite or something, or off-world station, you know, something like that. But I wanted to put my flare on there. I pulled the flare out, and it was with the from the Hall Pass collection, and it has oranges in it, and that flare has oranges, and did not even think about that when I pulled it out. All I could see was "Go Team" on there a couple of times, and I thought that'll look good on my layout, so I pulled it. As soon as I put it on there, I thought that is not going to go on my layout. So I'm off hunting another No, I'm not hunting another flare. I went to get another piece off of this cut apart, and it says "The Big Game" on it, and I am going to put it up there over the picture like a tab. But I am going to go hunt for a flare pretty soon, but I'm not sure when. And I said go hunt, but it's right there on the desk in front of me. I'm just going to reach over and get the little basket that's got all them in there, and then I am going to go through them. However, that one that's the Hall Pass, that's with the collection. I don't have them in there, just the odds and ends. And I believe this is My Mind's Eye. It says Jubilee on there, but I believe it's My Mind's Eye. And they are, well, I got them off of Peachy Cheap, and it's like maybe 4 packages for one price. I get them, and they got pins on the back. So this will be the first one that I used on a layout that I didn't pull the pin off. But I about cut myself last time. And I thought, I am not going to do that again. So I put foam tape on each side and then added some liquid glue and hopes that it stays there. And here's those plus signs. And watch, I'm going to add them all on the page. Well, there's 4. I don't think I put over 4. I think 4 is all I put on there. And then I thought, oh, I should have done X's. So I go back and I turn them all so that they're X's. And looking at it today, I thought I could have stitched it. And looking at the video, it looks just like the stitches. I could have saved my plus signs for another page and just went ahead and stitched some more X's on here. Why didn't I think of that? It's probably because I was proud of myself thinking about turning them to the right and them be X's instead of plus signs. That's probably what got me sidetracked. And here's that arrow that I made earlier, and I did remember to put on there. And looking at my layout, it's straighter now than it was during the layout. It looks like I'm pointing downward on the layout. But I must have straightened it at some time or another because it looks straight now. But that's it. That's the end of my layout. And it being Saturday Sash Drive, oh yeah, I didn't do it last week because I already had 2 videos to go up last week. And, you know, I was kind of on the rush side and a little behind because I lost the SD card. So I just decided 2 was probably enough. Y'all probably didn't want to see my name on there again. But if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you liked the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. But I appreciate that all of you took the time to watch my video. And I really love it when you leave a comment. And I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.